What's up, everybody? It's Jeff again. Got a stack of recent finds and some birthday vinyl. I had a birthday over the weekend. Turned 45 on May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. My brother got me a couple of killer records. Got to be honest, probably would not have picked these out for myself, but he hit it out of the park with both these albums. Just amazing stuff. And I've got some records that I've bought over the past couple of weeks that I haven't shown yet in any videos. So yeah, let's get to the birthday vinyl first. This is one of the ones my brother got me. Junior Kimbrough, All Night Long. This is from 1992. This was his first LP, actually. This guy never recorded, just, you know, I think he made his living touring and playing juke joints. But this is some just killer, haunting, electric Mississippi Delta blues. Kind of reminiscent of that Depression era blues, but with electric guitar instead of acoustic. But this is just fantastic. Just really good album. Really good addition to my blues collection. So yeah, Junior Kimbrough. Put these over here. Hey, this is the second one my brother got me. This is amazing. Paul's Boutique by the Beastie Boys. I think this thing's 30 years old this year. Yeah, this came out in '89. I was a sophomore in high school. It's got that quadruple gatefold. Beautiful packaging on this. Yeah, this came out when I was a sophomore in high school, and everybody was listening to this back then. Never really owned any Beastie Boys. This is the first album I've ever owned by them, and I think this is far and away their best that I've ever heard. The first side is pretty much straight rap, and the second side is just this surreal whirlwind of just sampling madness that is just incredible. This is such a good record, and I am so happy he got this. I'm not really a hip hop guy, but this I should have owned this years ago. So Ryan, thank you very much for these records, man. Awesome selections on those. All right, next up, got some Jimmy Smith. Found this at a antique mall just down the street from me. Hadn't been in there. Saw online that they had a little vinyl section, and I decided to check it out. Picked this up for about $4. Unfortunately, this isn't on the This isn't on Blue Note. This is his debut album on Verve, but this is fantastic soul jazz, Hammond B3 organ all throughout this. Some really killer swinging arrangements on this album. So yeah, it was a really good find. Really happy to add that to my jazz collection. Left Bank, Walk Away Renee and Pretty Ballerina. Fantastic Baroque pop with some haunting psych flourishes throughout. Excellent record. Probably, you know, this is one of my favorites out of this lot I'm showing tonight. Couple of tunes are very Beatlesque. Let Go of You Girl is a Lennon song through and through. Sounds just like Lennon. Even the vocals sound like John Lennon on that one. And What Do You Know? Kind of a cool little country ditty, very Ringo-esque. But this is just fantastic. Everybody needs this in their collection. This is so good. Yeah, Left Bank. Got this for about $12, I think. Steal. Some more Psych. This is from '68. The Mandrake Memorial. This is on a Poppy label. This is a weird little gem. I really like this. I think these guys were from Philly. Some electric piano, harpsichord on this. Haunting, weird little album. I only paid like about $6 for this. It's very scuffed up, but when I dropped the needle on it, man, it was surprisingly quiet for how bad the vinyl looks. So this is really good. Really enjoyed this. Spun this like 3 times since I've had it. So yeah, it's really good. This one I picked up a couple of weeks ago. Finally got a copy of Nevermind the Bollocks by the Sex Pistols. You know, just seminal punk album from '77. I've had this on CD for years, but the vinyl copies of this are pretty expensive, 15, 20, 25 bucks. Picked this up for 10. No barcode on this. It looks to be a pretty early press, and it's got the original inner sleeve, which is very cool. Vinyl is in good shape. A little bit of surface noise here and there, but this album's a pretty much an all-out assault. So any surface noise is going to be very minimal when this is when you're playing this loud. So yeah, really happy to pick up Bollocks for 10 bucks. Next up, went ahead with a Johnny Winter and live from '71. I'm a pretty big Johnny Winter fan. I actually saw him live at a street fest here in Chicago back in 2011. And I gotta say, man, the old boy was feeble, man. They had to help him on stage, just taking little baby steps until he got up to his chair and sat down, plugged in, and just played probably like he was 25. I mean, once he got that guitar in his hands, I mean, you shut your eyes, you couldn't tell that was an old feeble man up there playing, man. He killed it, man. It was great seeing him live back in 11. But this is not quite essential. If you're looking for some Johnny Winter, I can recommend Progressive Blues Experiment and Second Winter. Those are essential Johnny Winter. Just some great raucous, raunchy blues albums. And this is good. You can pick it up pretty cheap. These are pretty plentiful. I see these all the time. And it's good for what it is. Really killer cover of Jumpin' Jack Flash on this. But, you know, for a few bucks, yeah, I'll throw it on once in a while. It's Johnny Winter, man. Good shit. Alright, scored a copy of School's Out, Alice Cooper. Classic Cooper from '72. Of course, the desk cover. And it's on the Green Warner label. Yeah, this is a fun record. Very adventurous band. Pull out the horns on a couple of these tracks. And second side is just really killer. I've actually heard the song School's Out a ton. I mean, they started playing that in heavy rotation after Dazed and Confused became so popular. But rest of the album stands up, man. It's a great album from Alice. All right, picked up a reissue of The Baroques. This is a weird little pop gem too from, I think this is from '67. Eric Weinbender was playing this in the background on one of his recent videos. Really liked what I heard. This is on, I'm not gonna pull it out, but it's on this this translucent orange vinyl on the chest label. I gotta be honest. I'm not really too excited about the pressing. There's definitely some surface noise on this, and for a new record, man, that's not cool. But anyway, it's not, you know, doesn't take away from the listening too much. But in the quiet parts, you can definitely hear some pops, and you know, I'm not down with that for a new record. But oh well. Music, the content's really good on it. Picked up a copy of Between the Buttons. This is one of those Taiwanese pressings. I typically avoid these because of this flimsy, shoddy packaging. But That's the label. Vinyl was really clean on this. They only wanted $3. I've been wanting this for a while, and so I'm just gonna just slide it in one of these. It'll be fine. But I'll probably upgrade that. I'm really getting into early Stones these days. I've really kind of not worn out, but I've just played so much of the Mick Taylor era that kind of digging into this early Stones is really fun lately. I'm really having fun discovering that early stuff. So next up, we got One Size Fits All, Zappa and the Mothers from '75. This is just essential Zappa. Inca Roads, just one of the most face-melting solos in rock history. Absurd lyrics, funny, just in this, just seminal rock and roll from Zappa and the Mothers from '75. Zappa collection is coming along. I think I've got 19 of his albums on vinyl now, so need a few more from the '70s. But yeah, it's coming along really good. One Size Fits All. Picked that up for about $10. Really good price on that one. This is one. This is a band, Mason Prophet from '69. I think this is their debut album. Wasn't too familiar with this band. Didn't know too much about them. It was in a bargain bin for $2. I decided, what the hell? I'm just gonna try it out. It's on that Happy Tiger label. And this is good. It's kind of on the dark side of country rock. I can see why these guys never really kind of made it big, but this is really good for what it is. I would definitely check this out if you're a fan of country rock. It's a little bit more ominous, darker country rock, but still really good. That's some guys hanging from a tree on the back, but yeah, not bad. Picked up a copy of Headquarters by the Monkees. Really just a awesome pop album from '67. This is when they sort of started to kind of take control of their of the songwriting and the recording process. And yeah, this is I was always kind of indifferent to the Monkees. Kind of knew them from watching the reruns of the TV show growing up, but I'm really enjoying checking out these Monkees albums. I've got this and I got the Pisces and Capricorn one. I paid like $1 for it at a thrift store. So yeah, these are really enjoyable. Really having fun listening to these. Picked up Dust from '71. This is some straight ahead early '70s hard rock. Nothing much of a standout on this. It's about 3.5, 3 3/4 out of 5 stars. Not necessarily essential, but it's really good hard album rock from the early '70s. And then I guess the drummer went on to replace Tommy Ramone, and I think his first, Marky Ramone. His first album with the Ramones was Road to Ruin, which is, killer Ramones album. So yeah, this is good. Picked this up for about $5, really cheap find. So yeah, glad I got that. It's a good one. These other two I picked up at another record store. Those were all from Reckless Records in the Wicker Park neighborhood. There's another record store kind of around the corner, about a 5-minute drive from Reckless, called Dusty Groove. They deal in a lot of jazz and soul, but they do have a pretty good rock section, and so I found these two there. This is Crabby Appleton from 1970. This is some straight ahead power pop. It's on the Electra. I think that's an early press. That big white E, I think is the early press. But yeah, this is some really cool, power pop. few psych flourishes on there, some fuzzy guitar, some Latin flavorings throughout. So there's something for everybody on this. Very accessible power pop. Yeah, really good stuff. And last one, J.K. and Company. Been seeing this on the VC since I started watching videos a few years ago, and never see this in the wild. I've never seen it once, and this was like 24 bucks. Decided to pull the trigger on it. This is really some very fantastic kind of pastoral psych with it's kind of a haunting feel to it. It's really cool. This pressing is also noisy, and it's also on this orange vinyl, Beat Rocket label. But again, it's, you know, it's not a deal breaker as far as the playback goes, but it's still not, you know, I don't like to hear any noise on new records, and that happened on 2 of these. But yeah, this is a really good record. Bunch of people have showed this. I think Vinyl Rich has showed this. Dots and Loops, I'm sure, has showed it before. But yeah, if you can pick up a copy of this, do yourself a favor. This is really good. This guy was 15 when he made this record, 15 or 16 years old. So yeah, excellent stuff. So that's it for me. Got another record show on May 19th, so sure I'll have another haul video here pretty soon. Maybe a video in between this one and that. So everybody have a good rest of the week, and take care. We'll see you around.